Ashley. Welcome. My name is Alyssa. So I'm really excited to be doing this. It's sweltering hot out here, but I love it. I hope that you don't hear the flies too much. My girls are out swimming. They've got friends over, so they're swimming out front, so I can't usually sit where I regularly would because there's absolutely no way you'd hear me. I think that's it. If we get interrupted, I apologize. I'm praying there won't be two parts of this, but like that's how my videos have been going lately, so that's that. I also apologize because I'm realizing it's a little bit dark, but hopefully you don't see me. I'm a sweaty, disgusting mess, and I'm not wearing a bra. It's too hot for that today. So, now that you've officially met me, let's get into this. So I do apologize. Not even that I apologize. I'm just really sorry to hear that this is what you're going through right now. I can't imagine. So just understand that no matter what comes out of my mouth, my heart it's praying for you. Okay, you are now on my prayer list. So girlfriend, yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. So, I'm still kind of really trying to figure out how I like to do personal readings. So you're going to have to work with me a little bit on this one because I've pulled the Celtic cross spread. I thought that was the way I really liked. That was just what I was called to do today. So that's what I did. But some of it will be like discussed with tarot and some of it won't. Some of it will be discussed with other oracle cards. But if you have any questions after or you want something else deep, like more clarified, or we need to look into something a little bit further, can you please just send me a message and we'll dig into whatever, okay? Let's get started. So for your current energy, that was where we started. For the heart of the matter, I pulled a moon cycle card, and I'm going to start there, and I'm actually going to read these moonology cards. There's two, and I'm going to read them from the book. And the first one that I'll read is going to be the underlying. So that was like the card that was at the bottom after I pulled the one card for your current subject. The card that was at the bottom was the third quarter moon. And that one I really just wanted to address, and I wanted to read it to you because I thought it was pretty important. Well, you'll understand anyway. So the third quarter moon said adjustments are required. Okay? And this is what that has to say. Think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there has also been a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of this. Whatever situation you're asking about now, be honest about whether there is a toxic emotions involved which you need to release into the ethers. This card also comes with a promise that not all is lost. However, there are challenges or adjustments required before you can get to where you want to be. A change of course is forecast now that recent events have been misunderstood and acted upon. A change of course is now required that recent events have been misunderstood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now which will remind you what you want and what it's time to let go of. So pay attention. The atone to the moon, atone to the moon is I am reevaluating the situation. Additional meanings for this card. Your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing your issues. It may be time to hatch a whole new plan. Something new and exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move this situation forward. And the teaching of this card is at the time of the third quarter moon, we know where we have been, but where are we going? The moon is now a half moon and slipping away from us as she catches less and less light, moving towards her full disappearance at new moon. It's a time of falling away and a time to reevaluate. No matter when you draw this card, it is teaching to release and to trust. Pretty cool, eh? Okay, so that was the underline to the moon energies kind of surrounding. And actually the card underneath this one was the full moon, and that is surrender to the divine. So I just kind of felt like I should point those out. Okay, so that was the underlying. Now the actual moon card that you pulled for this current, the heart of the matter here, was the new moon in Capricorn, and that was hard work is paying off. The new moon in Capricorn. And the new moon in Capricorn is saying, first and foremost, this card suggests a new start for you professionally. Whatever is going on in your work life, this card heralds the start of a new and improved work cycle. If you're happy in your current job, this is a time to either renegotiate your position or look for something new. Whatever your question, whether work related or otherwise, a new plan and strategy is called for. You need to take a look at the long term and think about where you want to be in 12 months or even 5 years' time. This will inform your best course of action now, so think seriously about it. Drawing this card suggests it's time for you to be ambitious about whatever it is you want to achieve. The teaching. Capricorn is a sign of ambition, building, and hard work. The energy is solid and rigid. The new moon in Capricorn is a powerful lunation that comes towards the end of each year and marks arguably the best moment annually to make a list of your hopes, dreams, ambitions, and intentions for the year ahead. Pulling this card at any time suggests that with planning and discipline, you can achieve whatever you have set your mind to. So I kind of thought that the atone to the moon there was make a proper plan and execute it well. So it was strange that kind of popped out, because obviously work wasn't really on my mind, but there was a few other things that came out here that I didn't really think were not really on my mind when I set out to do this reading either. And cards have a funny way of doing that, so I just go with them. All right, so those were the moon cards that I pulled for you. So the actual energy oracle card that I pulled around the heart of this matter, this current situation, it was attachment, which to me made perfect sense, because how could you not be attached in a situation like this, right? It's your attachment to the fact that, you know, you're young. Your mom is somebody who you still feel very strongly should be in your life, right? It is that attachment. That is what this current energy is around, you know? And that is why death is so hard for us all, because it is our soul's attachment. You know, it's our attachment to that other soul, right? So to me, that made total sense. So I'm going to pull some tarot. This is from the Light Seers deck. I love this deck. Can you clarify this attachment, Spirit? You're just like one or two cards. The Eight of Cups is all that's coming out. See this card here? See how down here she set this singing bowl on fire and she's walking away towards the sunshine here? Oftentimes I describe this singing bowl down here as, you know, the pile of shit, and she's just kind of like setting that out to sea. You know, and that's obviously not what I'm saying about your mom. You know, that's not it at all. But that energy and that fear, this attachment kind of energy to it, you know, this fear that you are like chained and stuck, and how will you, you know, ever be released from it? How will you ever move forward, right? How will you ever overcome that? And this Eight of Cups kind of coming out and clarifying that is, set the fears on fire, okay? The fears aren't going to serve you here, okay? And it's such a hard thing to say, and I don't, like, whatever happens, like, I don't want you to think that I'm ever being insensitive, because death is something that I understand so well. So that's not the case, okay? But there does come a point, especially when, you know, it comes to the end of, not even when it comes to something like this, something that's like, you know, where it is life or death, right? And we just become so fearful, and that fear is what attaches us here. And I really feel that that's kind of what this is around, right? It's this attachment to what you are holding so tightly to, you know, how you see it going. And it's just saying, you need to set the way that you see this all being. You just need to release that and walk towards spirit. Okay? Trust in a divine here. Okay. So the challenge here was the action. The action card came out for the challenge, you see, and that's movement. That's change, right? Here is life, and right now I have a feeling that it's probably happening very quickly around you. You know, there's a lot of things going on. I would imagine there's a lot of doctor's appointments, and there's a lot of decisions to be made, and, you know, and there's just huge change, right? Action. There is oftentimes action. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Eight of Wands came out. There is change. It might not all be bad change though. And for some of that, that could be throwing you off. There might be other things going on in your life right now that are changing, that have dramatic life kind of changes, but that maybe because of what's going on with your mom, you're actually like, okay, well, this is happening, so this is my only focus. I can't even potentially have anything changing and good kind of happening in my life, right? I wonder if that's some of that kind of challenge. That anything good coming into your life right now might be something that you, like, aren't necessarily open to, right? Which I get. Like, I can understand that. Yeah, of course. Okay, here's the Two of Cups. And is there somebody new maybe in your life? Like, I don't really know, or some sort of like relationship here. See, there's a little bit of love that comes out here. So I'm wondering if, and I could be really wrong. I never really asked what your marital status or any of that kind of was, but there's this Eight of Wands and then this Two of Cups. And to me, it feels like as a blockage as this action is that, yes, okay, there is so much change happening right now that I feel that you're feeling very like overwhelmed by it. But this Eight of Wands and this Two of Cups, this is talking about positive change. Like, and the Two of Cups, it's a very romantic card. Now, it doesn't have to be, okay? It can be talking about just two individual energy sources coming together. Right? Coming together and blending their magic, coming together and blending as a whole, working together. Okay? See here how they you know, they hold hands, and through that they can fill each other's cups. Okay? I wonder though, we're going to keep going, but I'm kind of curious about what's going on in your love life. Okay, so the third card was the conscious goal here. And I loved that this one came out because this is the thinking woman. And see here, this thinking woman is so freaking intelligent. She really is. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she is somebody here. See these stairway behind her? See her book in her hand? See all these butterflies? She's somebody who knows that she needs to change in her life. She's somebody who is inspired to go forward here. She wants to go forward. She wants to move into a deeper understanding, an enlightened phase. That's what the thinking woman is all about. Okay, she's somebody who's really taking the time to pause it out. It's a conscious goal, as being able to look at the situation as a whole and really take the time to think this through and which way you want to go. Dude, that's amazing. Like, it is. I'm not going to pull tarot for this one. Instead, I'm actually going to pull from the She Who, and we're going to pull you a She Who for this conscious goal. The She Who for Ashley here, Spirit. Who is Ashley, this thinking woman? Ashley. Okay, you got two. She Who Hesitates, Mora. Ponder, Delay, Confidence. And She Who Knows, Elena. Wisdom, Clarity, Resolution. She Who Hesitates, She Who Knows. These are your conscious goals. I'm reading you both those because those are important. And She Who Changes, Iris. Iris is at the bottom. Okay, Mora. Mora's never been pulled. You are the first one that Mora has ever been pulled for. That's kind of exciting. Mora, She Who Hesitates. You can't see it. You probably can't see it. But this shadow here, there's a shadow here on the wall. And the shadow, her arms are actually like stretched out before her. Mora, She Who Hesitates, turns back from the open doorway. Even though she can see the sun streaming through, she's not sure it illuminates her own gifts. The violin hidden in the shadows demonstrates how hesitant Mora is. In spite of her talent, she is the young person poised on the edge of her next big step. She delays taking forward motion because of fear and uncertainty. It is the fear of the unknown that often holds us back. What would you say to Mora, whose name means hesitate, to encourage her to follow the bright light? The lesson of this card is that hesitation holds you back. Look closely at your own shadows to see what fears are standing in your way. Acknowledge these fears and then set them aside. It is now time to summon the courage and confidence to act. Trust your talent. Step into the spotlight. And She Who Knows, Elena. I love this one. I'm very excited that you got her. She Who Knows, wisdom, clarity, resolution. Elena, She Who Knows, has a thoughtful gaze as she allows her to see each one of us for who we really are. One of her gifts is the ability to clarify things. She cuts to the heart of the matter using wisdom and insight in tandem, rather than limiting herself to only intellectual or only emotional clues. Elena processes all information through her heart and her head. Her ability to know things may seem uncanny to most, but she is merely using her natural abilities. For her, it's exercising more than one muscle at a time. This card invites you to revisit a recent worry. Let your heart have reign, then engage your mind as well. Set both to working on the problem. When you use the multiple layered approach to issues, you may find an out-of-box solution. Balance is the key when this card shows up. Look directly into the heart of the matter, then move up to the head. Once you unearth the emotional, intellectual why of this question, you'll be able to clearly see the way to resolving it completely. Often the resolution presents itself in an unorthodox way, so pay attention to all the things coming your way. Be open to the answers. Sorry, Hey girls, you gotta unroll some of those windows, please. And please, okay, and keep it down though, okay? Because I am still doing a video. I just didn't want you guys suffocating. They're in our tent trailer and all the windows are rolled up. I just seen them all go in there and I was like, they're all gonna die. Okay, wow. She Who Knows. Dude, those are like She Who Hesitates and She Who Knows. You know this. And She Who Changes is at the bottom, Iris. Transformation, change. That's the underlying to this, dude. Okay, don't hesitate. Don't hold yourself back from whatever's coming in. No matter what is going on, okay? Don't hesitate. So, that was your conscious goals. Was this thinking woman, and then She Who Hesitates and She Who Knows. So, card number 4 was the unknown influence. It was the journey card. That was the energy you pulled. This is talking about divine journey, like our destined purpose, like our contracts and our soul purposes. As to why we are here. This is talking about this is the road that, is going to actually truly lead you to your future, to a bright future. Look at the brightness all around her, right? And yes, okay, getting to those futures isn't always an easy, that's unknown influence. You know what, we're going to ask, this is from the angels and the ancestors. And we're going to clarify with one of these ones about this journey card. And this one I'll probably have to read 2 from the book, Ash, because it's a new deck. And actually some of the oracle ones, you almost have to read them from the deck because you just do. Okay, journey. Angels and ancestors, can you clarify this journey for Ashley? This journey that she's on is the unknown influence here. Unknown influence, please, Spirit. Unknown influence here. Clarify this journey card for her. Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. And it's your journey card? Follow the voice of your soul? Well, isn't that the coolest? And the moon, take note of intuitive messages. The moon was at the bottom. And stargazer behind that, set your sights higher. I don't know what you got going on here, my love, but okay, hold on. Star Ancestor. I gotta find that because I need to understand what that means. There's got to be an index, right? Of all of... No, there isn't. Okay. Star ancestor. Stargazer. Star ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Message. Heed the messages coming directly from your soul. About. The star ancestors is a Native American term for extraterrestrial light beings who are dedicated to healing and the growth of the world. These incredible beings are divine embodiments of love who bring wisdom from the higher realm. Often people feel a sense of connectedness when they look up into the sky, into the night sky and see the stars. I believe that it's because we are remembering their starry connections, and those are what these cards represent. The star ancestor is reminding that you have otherworldly supports and that your friends from the stars can help you if you are willing to be helped. They can support you in connecting with the following of your soul's deepest calling. The extended message is, there is a deeper purpose to your human journey. Not only were you born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be a bright light in a world, and there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you at this time. Information and inspiration, that has been coming your way recently. Not new information, but memories. Your feelings have been drawn in a particular direction. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You're being drawn towards the road that will not only light you up, but also help you light up your corner of the world. Continue to follow the cosmic guide that is your way. You are being drawn towards a road that will not only light you up, but will also help light up your corner of the world. The Journey card, right? Wow, that's pretty cool. Holy smokes, I am just absolutely loving this so far. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. So that was for the unknown influences here. I don't think we really need to clarify that because that's pretty good. We're going to keep moving. Okay, card number 5 was the past influence, and it was rest and rejuvenate. Okay, rest and rejuvenate, and that's talking about taking the time out, taking the balance, you know, really allowing yourself just kind of time to breathe. Can you clarify this rest and rejuvenation, please, Spirit? What is this rest and rejuvenation? What is this past energy of rest and rejuvenation? It's almost as though you've taken the time really just to sit with yourself, you know. Kind of taken the time to maybe block out the world's noise. Yeah, the moon. Taking the time maybe just to sit in the shadows. And kind of like work away at things that maybe were like important to you. The moon and the 3 of Pentacles kind of came out. Well, they came out. They didn't kind of come out. They did come out. And to me, clarifying these past influences, it's really saying that you have taken the time to kind of just let things be what they are, right? The moon card is that. The moon card is trusting in spirit. The moon card is just allowing things to be, understanding that just because you can't see what's in the shadows doesn't mean that spirit's not working for you, okay? And the 3 of Pentacles also came out, okay? And this is talking about just putting the work in, you know, taking the steps to kind of build the life for yourself that you are wanting to build, okay? I feel like that's kind of been where your focus has been. As a past influence here, I kind of feel like you've just taken that time to really just sit with yourself and center with yourself. You know, and trust, you know, whether this was some sort of actual spirit connection. It's almost as though I feel like maybe you're not a very spiritual person, but I kind of feel like you are. And I kind of feel like, you know, this rest and rejuvenation period, you just felt like you were being called to be in it. So you were in it, you know, you were quiet, you worked, you put in the work, you know, you were doing what you needed to do, right? But you're just kind of almost surrendering yourself here as a past energy. You know, just surrendering yourself to time. Which is understandable. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, the King of Cups was on the bottom of that, and the Emperor actually behind that, right? It's that knowing. It's just that kind of solid understanding. Who knows? Okay, so the approaching influence is door to romance. Approaching influence, door to romance. See why I was a little confused about this whole Eight of Wands and Two of Cups? Kind of interesting. What, babe? It's okay. You can undo it from the chickens for right now. But you have to make sure that door gets really... You have to get it from the side. See, I told you this is why I apologize. Door to romance. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? All right, let's see. Clarify this door to romance for us, Spirit. I really do. Like, if you don't have something, I really do feel like it's coming. The Empress, the Hierophant, the Chariot, and the Six of Pentacles. Goes the Six of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Hierophant, and the Empress here. Six of Pentacles was the first one out. You see, this is the energy that you put out, Ashley. And that's, the Six of Pentacles is talking about, it's kind of like the law of attraction. Okay? And see how this is your hand. Imagine this is your hand down here. And this is the hand of Spirit. Okay? And see this infinity symbol? Because it's talking about the energy that you put out is the energy that you get back in. See how it's a constant kind of rotation of a thing? And the Six of Pentacles is saying that. It's saying what you invest is what you will always get back. If you are just so closed off and so defensive towards any sort of, not even defensive, maybe if you're hesitant, you know, maybe if you're hesitating, actually allowing yourself to kind of even feel any sort of good energies, you're not going to gonna get that love, those energies back, okay? This is saying that you need to be paying attention to the energies you're putting out there, okay? Put out love. Put out love, because love's coming back. You see, there was the Six of Pentacles and then the Chariot. And the Chariot's a huge divine change of direction. You know, it's almost as though you were heading this way and then Spirit just kind of like was like, no, and turned you a completely different direction. That's what the Chariot is. You know, and it's saying that, okay, see, can you see the two horses there? See the light and the dark? Because in life you have to go forward with the good and the bad. There are good situations and bad situations, but in life you must take them both forward with you, especially when you're changing the course of your life, especially when you're changing the direction in which you want to go in your life, okay? The Hierophant was behind that Chariot, behind that divine movement. It's this path to enlightenment yet again. It's this connection to the divine. Okay, and the Hierophant cards can often be talking about traditions and, you know, kind of structures and stuff like this, but this one I just feel like this card in this deck, like that's to me just ascending to a higher, connecting to a higher, connecting to Spirit. That's what that is to me. That's what this kind of card is to me in a situation like this, okay? So there's this need to watch the energies that you give out. There's this law of attraction, okay, that you need to watch. Because that law of attraction is changing that course of your destiny. You see, by the energies that you put out, if you are constantly giving low vibration negative energies, your Chariot is not going to move in a positive direction. Your Chariot is going to be very much stuck in the mud, okay? But if you can shift the energies that are within your soul, if you can shift the energies from complete despair, from this attachment, and this Mora, she who hesitates, to Elena, she who knows and just does it, right? That's where this Hierophant comes in, okay? Oh, and then the Empress was behind the Hierophant. I had set her down. I was like, where's my Empress? This is the Empress. And she was behind the Hierophant. You see, the Empress is talking about being able to create whatever you want. The Empress is somebody who can, like, she knows. She knows that she is the one who brings life forward. She knows that she is the one who manifests and creates with Spirit. See up here? See that moon up here? She's the one who manifests and creates with Spirit. She's the one who knows that she has that power to change her life for what she wants it to be. Okay? And Spirit's here. Like, that's how that all works, right? Like, it's the energies that you put out the Chariot and the change of this whole course, right? Like this is actually a divine change in this life here. It's this connection to this spirit. And then it's the power and the acknowledgement that you can change whatever it is you want. You have the power within you to change whatever you want. And when it is all clarifying this door to romance, you see the power is within your hands here. And as this is a approaching influence, as this door is an approaching influence, this romance of some sort is an approaching influence. It's one that you really need to you need to watch how you accept it, because it could very much change the whole course here. It could very much align you to a whole different kind of life that maybe you really haven't been open to. Maybe you just haven't been like approaching influence. How do you want her to embrace the approaching influence here, Spirit? Embrace the... Oh my goodness. Okay. I've got big cards here. Spirit, this is for Ashley. Girls, what are you doing in there? I don't know why they have to sit in the hot trailer. It just seems crazy to me. I don't know if I really want you sitting in the trailer right now, though, girls. Okay. What do you want her to embrace? Is the approaching influence here, Spirit? The energies. No, one or two. Stop throwing 5 at me. One or two. One or two. What do you want her to embrace as this approaching influence? How do you want her to embrace this approaching influence? That's what we need to ask. How do you want her to embrace this? Use your mind wisely, the pig spirit. Okay? Use your mind wisely. The pig spirit's talking all about you have the power to change what you want by the words that you put out there. Pig spirit appears to remind you that you have the right to... Oh my goodness. Pig spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligent means recognize the value of intuition partnered with smarts and common sense, which leads to intellect solutions. When pig spirit appears, you are called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing all the facts that must be considered, even when they do not fit with what you already know. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow pig spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogue, whether with others or internally, as we mull over ideas and what we have come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear-minded thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facts are in. Now is a time that your decision-making powers are reliable, for you are in alignment with pig spirit and its keen intelligence. Okay. And the electric eel was on the bottom of that one, and that one's bring your ideas to life. Okay, let's keep moving on here. So, the next one here, this was the inner resources, okay? The inner resources that you had. And there was 4 for it. So all tied up came out, the world, second chakra, and your first chakra. So your first chakra is talking about your roots chakra, and your second, and that's like the base of who we are, okay? That's talking about our family connections, our history connections, our past life connections. Like the root chakra is literally talking, imagine yourself as a giant tree, your soul as a giant tree, okay? And that root chakra, that is what runs deep within your soul. That is what connects your soul to this universe as a whole, okay? This all tied up, and then this world. For one, the all tied up here. See how she's completely like tied?
Okay, she's bound up. She's got this weird headdress on. I don't even understand that. But she looks completely stuck. Okay? But see up here? See this butterfly? You see that butterfly up in the moonlight there? Because Spirit is guiding her forward. Spirit is enlightening her. Spirit is illuminating her way here to go forward. And Spirit is saying, no, there's a need for transformation here. This is how you get out of this. And maybe Spirit is saying, you know, you have the ability here. There's actually more than one butterfly. And maybe Spirit is here saying, you have this ability here to transform and untie yourself. Okay? The World card was behind that. And see how you can see the world on the one side and then on the other side it's dark? But yet there's that, again, illuminated ring around the world. Because you're down here. See, this is you. You're the person down here. And you're looking up at your world as a whole, okay? And this is talking about these inner resources that you have right now, okay? You have the ability to look at your world as a whole, to be able to understand and see the really shitty parts that you have had to go through and the really good parts, okay? But the world is talking about the understanding and the knowledge that it took all of it. It all played a part. It was all a very important part to get you to where you are, okay? There's this need for transformation. There is this need to free yourself from feeling that you cannot go forward here. There is a huge need to free yourself from this attachment, okay? To be able to look at that life as a whole and understand that it all served a purpose. Every last bit of it. Hard lessons or not, right? It all took a part. And then that second chakra came out because the second chakra, that's talking about your passions. Like, it's kind of like, actually, it's like right in your general, like your pelvic area is actually where your second chakra is, you know? It's talking about the passion, the things that like inspire you, right? Like the things that are like burning in your loins, kind of, more or less. Okay, it's like the things that she's holding here, you know? The fire in her soul. And it's talking about, you know, as these inner resources, like, you have the fire within you. It's saying the passion is here, Ashley. The passion is here, and the root chakra is behind that. The passion is here, and the roots are here for what you want to chase, for where you want to go, whether it's love or it's this change in, you know, in work or wherever you want to go, whatever this thinking woman is to you, okay? Whoever this she who hesitates and this she who knows is, okay? Whoever that is as you go forward here, it's saying you have the passion and the roots here. It's all within you. No wonder this is an inner influence, right? Allow yourself to do this transformation. Allow yourself to be freed. Allow yourself to look back at the whole situation and just be able to sit there and appreciate it for what it is. You know, and it's not always going to be good. It isn't. Sometimes it's a kind of hard thing to sit back and look at. Okay? I can understand that. But that's part of it. Okay? That's just part of it, honey. Okay. So the next one, do we need any clarification on that? Do I have an oracle card to pull for that one? Sure. We'll pull a moon card for that one. How's that? The inner resources. Moon cycle. Is this inner resource at Spirit? What's a moon cycle of Ashley's inner resources? I almost called you Jasmine. What's the moon cycle of Ashley's inner resources at this time? Spirit, what is the moon cycle? Thank you. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. And confidence is your key to success was at the bottom. The new moon in Leo. So that's the fixed moon. Hold your vision. And then that's the full moon in Leo. Confidence is key to your success. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. I wonder what that means. Fixed moon. Fixed moon. Fixed moon. Fixed moon. There are two main possibilities with this card. The first is you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different interpretation is that something is stuck. That could be that could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that the events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great because you really want
because if you really want to change things, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break the deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection. The teaching. In astrology, there are three quadruplets. There are three quadruplices? I don't really know what that means, but anyway. Cardinal, fixed, immutable. The fixed signs are the Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The fixed signs can be stubborn. Yes, no shit. So anything that's just starting as you draw this card may well last longer. Remember, we each have our own star signs in our chart. It's just the way the astrological wheel works. So there's no judgment when we say that, well, it's admirable how much staying power the fixed signs have. They can also be obstinate. Don't really understand the teaching, but the beginning of that made sense to me. And maybe it will to you. That's who it's for, not me. Okay, so card number 8. We're almost done, by the way. You're probably like, oh my gosh, this girl's long-winded. But anyway, how others see you. I loved this. The angel of love. Others see you as this beautiful, caring person. Others see you as this beautiful angel of love. The angel of love. Can you clarify, Spirit, this angel of love, please? Angel of love, dear Spirit. Clarify this angel of love. The Tower and the Page of Cups clarified that angel of love. It's almost as though, yes, okay, the destruction and the towers can fall down around you. Maybe there's been a lot of hard things, okay? Maybe this is talking about this whole, your mom getting sick, right? And the Page of Cups is just being able to have the ability to have the hopeful outlook on it. Okay, the one that, even when the situation seems dire, right? The Page of Cups is the daydreamer. The one who, looks at things with fresh hope, with enthusiasm, okay? With faith. That's the Page of Cups, okay? And I think, people are going to really acknowledge that, especially within this. Like, when this is saying how others see you and you're the angel of love, people see you as this love, they see you as having this ability to take these destructive, life-changing moments, these massive tower moments in life, and still push forward, right? Still be able to come at them with the love that you have, with your pure soul. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Wow. Okay, hopes and fears. That was the third chakra. And it made sense to me that this, would be hopes and fears. Because when you're talking about your third chakra, that's your solar plex. Okay, your sacral chakra was your second one. Your root chakra was your first one. And then your third chakra, that's your solar plex. That's where your spiritual being comes from. That's where your light shines from. Okay, that's what this is talking about. Okay, and as a hopes and fears, it's almost as though, you have this hope to go forward, as this bright, beautiful, shining light, but it's also a fear. Can I go forward as this bright, beautiful light? Is there that hope and that, faith that, okay, yes, this connection is here, this spiritual connection is here, and yet it is also still the fear, right? Let's clarify that. Death and rebirth. It calls for that transformation. This death does not actually symbolize death at all, so please don't. But this is literally calling for that whole transformation. See, and the Five of Swords is talking about overcoming tensions. Okay, and it can also be talking about, see this person back here in this corner down here? See him? Okay?
He's just filled this poor fella's head with a whole bunch of shit. A whole bunch of negativity, okay? And see this crow here? That's spirit saying, okay, that guy's garbage, doesn't matter. Look, see his light? This is spirit. Spirit's seen it all. Spirit understands that, you know, what that person did to you, no matter what it was or how cruel or whatever that was, that kind of tension, that kind of low vibration negativity, it didn't go unnoticed. Okay, that will have its own karmic balance here. But this is saying this is time for you, as a hope and a fear, it's time for you to do this transformation. It's time for you to transform into this spiritual being. Stop, block out the fucking bullshit. Okay? Block out the haters. Block out whoever this is down here that's filling your head and spewing your mind with negativity. Okay? Trust spirit. The Five of Swords is about overcoming that kind of, that really in your head, tough, negative mind space, okay? Okay? It is time to transform here. It is time to embrace yourself, embrace your spiritual being, embrace that light that shines deep inside of you, okay? The last card that was pulled was the contract card, and this was the outcome of this whole reading. And contracts, it's funny that contract, that can be talking about legal matters, and maybe you have some sort of legal matter that I have no idea about either, and all of a sudden that's coming to terms, and I don't know. But that contract to me, especially right now, is really talking about your soul contract. Okay, it's talking about the contracts that your soul made coming into this. That's what I feel that is very much talking about. And just that, you know, this is part of it. This is part of something, you know, that you agreed to. This is part of something that your soul agreed to before you came in, right? The world, yeah, being able to see it as a whole. See it again. You can't tell where the good parts and the bad parts are in that circle around her, can you? No, because it really, as a whole, doesn't matter, because they all played the same equal amount. They all played the same part. They were all just as needed, the good and the bad, okay? That contract is saying, you need it. You need to take this time. See here? See that solar plex that's on fire inside her? See all these swords down here? This is the naysayers, this is the haters, this is the bullshit, that's everything in life, that's low vibration, negative energy down here, okay? She's sitting within her own globe, okay? She has put herself in that globe, and the Seven of Wands is saying, block out the haters, and let your light shine. Let yourself be your light. Connect to spirit. The Three of Cups was behind that. There's a fellowship here, okay? There's a connection here, and there's a need to connect, okay? And when you take the time to really, like, reevaluate your world around you and all that it, you know, consists of, and all that it has been, right? When you take the time to really just focus and allow yourself to just block out the haters, block out the bullshit, focus on your light, you know, connect to people who are going to support you. The fellowship, the Three of Cups, that's talking about love. Okay, it is. It's talking about deep kind of fellowship connections. See spirit here moving you? The Knight of Cups is behind that. You know, the outcome is that there is movement in this situation. There is a lot of movement. And it might not always, you know, it might not be the way that you've seen it going. Okay? It might not be. It doesn't always turn out the way that we hope. It doesn't always turn out the way that we see it being. Sometimes the outcome of certain situations are very hard. They are those tower moments. They are very hard for us to overcome in our 3D world, but they're necessary. Because even those hard parts lead us to the next step. Even those hard parts lead us to moving forward here, okay? Nine of Pentacles. Even those hard parts, even those things that take, you know, that just take... How do I describe that? You see, there is a lot of fulfillment here within this reading. There's huge amounts of fulfillment here. But not maybe necessarily in the way that you are asking. Okay? I just feel like you're really going to just have to trust spirit with all of this. You know, but there is so much self-fulfillment. Like the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles. Right? There is so much self-fulfillment. The Eight of Swords was here too, right? And that is talking about that trapped feeling again. See? Here she is in the mirror. She's looking at her reflection. Her reflection is bound and tight and all blindfolded and unable to go forward, right?
there is, you know, Spirit is pushing you forward here. You have the ability, like you had this attachment that's all tied up, and this Eight of Swords. I feel like you just maybe feeling stuck. Stuck or bound maybe just by low vibration, negative kind of mind thinking. And that is something that, that's something you need to push forward from. You see, at the bottom of the deck, this was the energy oracle cards that we've pulled for each one. This is the 7th chakra. That's your crown chakra. That's your divine connection. Like, seriously divine connection. Actual divine connection. Like, to a higher. Okay? And the man holding a heart behind that. And then door to spirit behind that. See, I honestly, dude, if you don't have love or a love interest, like, I'm pretty sure it's coming. I really am. What do you have to say about this? The more you sit in the self, the more you will begin to feel an energy that you have never experienced before. It comes up from behind rather than in front, where you experience your mind and emotions. If you go very deep, that is where you live. You live in the seat of consciousness. A true spiritual being lives there, without effort and without intent. Go back over and listen to those a couple more times. If you go very deep, that is where you live. You live in the seat of consciousness. A true spiritual being lives there, without effort and without intent. Wow, that's powerful. Okay, well, energy doesn't get old, it doesn't get tired, and it doesn't need food. What it needs is openness and receptivity. And that's kind of what you need with this, okay? You just need openness. Openness to allow your mind to just really, like, process this all through and to work through here, right? Please don't hesitate. You do know. You know the way forward. I know you do, okay? It's the answers are all within inside you here. All right, Miss Ash, that's it for now. This was beautiful. If you have any questions, please ask away. I've never really done one like this before, with where I use so many oracle cards and stuff all in between. But that was just how I felt drawn to do it today, so that's how we did it. All right, babe. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.